Thanks for watching WISD TV. My name is Mary Center, and today we're on the campus of South Waco Elementary School. I'm joined by Alexis Harris, and she's here for a special presentation about bullying. She's with an organization called SMILE, the SMILE movement, and I'm going to let Alexis tell us what SMILE stands for.
SMILE is an acronym for Students Making Impacts in Lives Everywhere.
Okay, now this is Alexis's organization. I think you started this organization.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us about how this organization began?
Well, I began the SMILE movement in June of 2012. Once I realized that many celebrities and public figures were using their influence in such a negative, unproductive way, I decided to use what little influence I had to make a difference in my community, and I started the SMILE movement, Students Making Impacts in Lives Everywhere.
Wow, and you are a talented young lady.
Thank you.
Tell us about, you're still in college from what I understand.
Yes, ma'am. I'm 19 years old, and I'll be graduating with my bachelor's degree in 4 months from the University of Texas at San Antonio. I'm very excited.
Well, that's great. And I understand that you had a really neat experience recently. Tell us, you were on a national spotlight, so tell us about that.
Yes, so back in March of 2013, I was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and she surprised me completely and named me the brand new cover girl out of 20,000 applicants. So my mind has been blown.
Wow, congratulations to you for that. Now,
you.
was that because of the SMILE movement? Did it have something to do with that?
Well, when I applied for the CoverGirl competition, I definitely told Ellen about the SMILE movement. Absolutely. I told her how I love to make a difference in young people's lives, and told her how the SMILE movement is all about being the difference as a young person and standing up for what's right and giving back to your community. I definitely told Ellen about the SMILE movement.
Well, that's great. She definitely listened, and you are definitely making a difference in young people's lives. And we are going to take a look at how Alexis is making a difference in young people's lives right here in the cafeteria at South Waco Elementary School at her presentation to the students here, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders at this school. So let's take a look.
So my name is Alexis. If I didn't tell you guys that, it's so nice to meet you. And that's a picture of a little girl up there. Who do you think that is? Yeah. That's me when I was your age. Now, I went to elementary school far, far away from here, really far away from Texas. I was in Germany when I was in elementary school when I was your age. And later on, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about myself and about a time where I used to be a bully, and I wasn't so nice to people, and I didn't treat people how I was supposed to treat them. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'll talk about that a little later. And up here on the right, there's a picture of me. And does anybody know who that is? You guys know? Yes. Okay. Well, that's a picture of me and Ellen DeGeneres. And for those of you who don't know, Ellen is a talk show host, and she has her own television show. And she comes on every day. It's called The Ellen Show, yes. And up here, you guys will see a picture of me and Ellen. And that's because a few months ago, Ellen chose me out of 20,000 girls to be the new CoverGirl model. So now I get to model for magazines, and I get to be on TV with Ellen. Thank y'all. Yes. So back in March, she surprised me on her show, and she let my family come to Los Angeles, California to meet her. And that's when she announced that I had won the competition. And now I get to model with Ellen, and we're going to do a photo shoot for one of the magazines pretty soon, and hopefully you guys will get to see all that. And does anybody know the slogan for CoverGirl? Easy, breezy, beautiful. That's the line that CoverGirls get to say all the time. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today I'm here to talk about something that we all go through, something that everyone in here has experienced at one point or another, and that is bullying. So who knows what a bully is? Who wants to tell me what a bully is?
I do. They want to make...
Y'all have to listen. Okay, you want to talk? You don't want to talk to the mic?
Well, me, it is... They only want to make...
Y'all have to listen. Y'all listening? Okay, good job. Excellent. What is a bully?
They only want to make you sad, mad, or scared.
Bullies only want to make you sad, mad, or scared. Who else knows what a bully is? Yes. Yeah, somebody that'll kick you or yell at you. Yes. Exactly. Bullies make you mad, sad. There's so many things. You guys are awesome. You nailed it. One more.
They pick on you, take your stuff, push you around.
Excellent. He said they pick on you, they push you around, they take your stuff. Hopefully nobody in here does that. But you guys nailed it. A bully is just someone who's being mean to someone over and over and over again. They make you feel bad about yourselves. They talk about you. They put you down, all because they feel bad about themselves. And there are 4 different types of bullies that we're going to talk about today. And as we go through this, I want you guys to think about it. And you can say, okay, maybe I used to be a bully, or maybe I'm a bully today, or maybe you used to get bullied, or maybe you're getting bullied today. We're going to address all of that. And we're going to have a good time. Y'all are doing excellent. Good job. Go to the next one. All right. So the first type of bully is the physical bully. And this is the typical bully that you guys see in movies and on television. They're always pushing someone down, shoving them into a locker, pushing them off the swing, down a slide. Any form of physical attack, anytime you touch someone without their permission, you're bullying them. And as I was doing my research on bullying, learning more about it, learning about what it is, I learned that taking someone's stuff is considered bullying. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
Y'all are so much smarter than I am. I thought taking someone's stuff was just considered stealing. But taking someone's stuff is stealing, and it's a form of bullying. And is that okay?
No.
It's not okay at all. Good. Now, I'm really excited to talk about this next type of bully, because this is the kind of bully that I was. Remember I showed you guys a picture of me when I was your age? Yeah? Well, back then, I was the emotional bully. I could spread the meanest rumors about people. I'd make up stories about them. Anything I could do to make them feel bad about themselves, I did it when I was your age. I was in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade when I was being a really mean person. And I remember it like it was yesterday. Remember I told you guys that I went to elementary school in Germany, right?
Yeah.
Well, me and my friends would always meet up outside of the school, right by the swings, and wait for them to let us into the building. Well, one day, you guys are being excellent listeners. Perfect. Well, one day, I walked up to the school, walked up to my group of girls, and normally we all greet each other, give each other hugs, laugh about something. Well, this particular day, I walked up to my group of girls, and as soon as I got to where everyone was standing, they all walked away from me. And nobody said a single word to me. And somebody said, "Aw." And that hurt my feelings. But I knew what that meant. I knew that anytime I didn't feel like talking to someone that day, or anytime I didn't want to be someone's friend for that hour, I would make up a story about them. I would say, "Oh, we're not talking to her today because she said this about your mama, so we're not going to be her friend today." And I would just tell lies about people. And is that good?
No.
Is that okay?
No.
Not at all. It's not okay. And so I experienced that bullying. And the reason I told you guys that is because whatever you're putting out there to people is going to come back to you. So if you're being mean to people all the time, if you're telling stories, making things up, it's all going to come back to you. And you're going to have to experience that one day. But if you're being nice and you're being positive and you're complimenting people and telling them that you like their hair, that they look really pretty today, really nice things, all of that's going to come back to you eventually. People are going to want to be really good to you and be really nice to you because you're being nice to other people. All right? So we're going to go on to our next type of bully, the cyberbully. Who knows what a cyberbully is? Yes. In the black shirt. Yes. Do you know what a cyberbully is? What's your name? Nice to meet you. I'm Alexis. What's a cyberbully? Say somebody who's bullying somebody over the internet. Do you want to say it? Do you want to call up some help? How about we get somebody to help? Okay? Yes. You can come too. What's a cyberbully?
Is if you tell about people by the computer?
Yes, absolutely. What's a cyberbully? Thank you.
A cyberbully is when you text your friends like mean stuff about some other people.
When you text your friends some mean stuff about other people, excellent. Anybody else? One more person? Yes.
The cyberbully means
What's a cyberbully?
the cyberbully means like somebody like when you in school to be close to your friend and say something.
Okay, awesome. So cyberbullying is any form of electronics. How many of you guys have cell phones? Oh, really? Wow. Okay, you can put your hands down. Well, anytime you're sending a text message to somebody, or you're on a computer, maybe playing a video game, if you're on social media, Facebook or Twitter or anything, and you guys are really young, so I'm sure none of you have Facebook.
I do.
Okay. Okay. Well, bullies are on the internet as well. So the cyberbully, y'all are doing excellent. Good job. Great job. So your cyberbully picks on people on the internet, on the computer, on video games, any form of electronics. We have phone calls. If you're talking to someone on the phone, you could be a cyberbully. It's just making someone feel bad about themselves, as bad as possible on the internet. And I think it's so easy sometimes to bully people on a computer because sometimes you're on a computer and nobody knows who you are. You can be anybody you want to be on the internet. You can make up a fake name or use a fake picture and nobody will ever know that it was you. Some of us get bullied by cyberbullies. People we don't know try to talk to us online and say bad things about us, tell us mean things about ourselves, but we don't have to believe them. And we're going to talk about what you guys can do if you're being bullied a little later on. So bully number 4. So who is that? And what show is he from? Yes, absolutely. So I put a picture of Squidward up here from the show SpongeBob SquarePants because SpongeBob is my all-time favorite cartoon. It's my favorite show. And this type of bully, you guys may have not known this, but Squidward is a bully. How many of you guys knew that? Good, okay. So Squidward, great job. He's a bully, he's a verbal bully. So bully number 4, and remember, we only have 4 different types of bullies that we're gonna talk about today. And then we're gonna get to the really fun stuff, the games, and you guys are gonna get to come and win some prizes. But Squidward is the verbal bully. And the verbal bully always has mean things to say about somebody. They never have anything nice to say. They're always making you feel bad about yourself. And I think this type of bully finds it so easy to talk about people because we don't realize how powerful our words are. So your words are very powerful. You can build someone up with your words and tell them how pretty they are, how smart they are, how great of an athlete they are, or you can tear someone down with your words. And you can make them feel really bad about themselves. You can talk about their shoes and talk about their parents and all this negative stuff. And is that okay? Not at all. But I want you guys to think about it. The person that you pick on may go home and get bullied as well. So when they come to school, this is their only time to get away from that negative chaos that they have going on at home. They could go home and get bullied. They could go home and be abused. They may have to cook for their siblings. You never know what people are going through. So when they come to school, you guys have to be good friends to them. You have to make them feel loved and welcomed because you don't know what they have to go home to, right? Okay, great. So telling jokes is a form of bullying sometimes. And I want you guys to think of it like this. If you're always telling jokes about people and they never laugh at the joke that you're telling, it's probably a good sign that you're bullying them. How many of you guys think you're funny and you have good jokes to tell? A few? Okay. Well, be nice in your jokes and make sure you're not hurting someone's feelings with the words that you say about them, okay? Make sure they're one of your really good friends before you try to tell a joke about them, or else it might not go over well, okay? And we know not to tell jokes in the classroom, especially when your teacher's talking or when your teacher's teaching, right? Y'all are really good listeners. Yes? If you're telling a joke that's not talking about someone else, then it might not be a form of bullying, but we still want to make sure we're saying good things. We still want to make sure that the words that come out of our mouths are really positive words, right? Okay, good job.
Okay, well, that was Alexis Harris with Smile Movement talking to students at South Waco Elementary School about bullying, a very important topic, no doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about your presentation and how you came to design this presentation.
Well, with the Smile Movement, we love to do different programs, different outreach programs where we can reach out to young people. And so the Anti-Bullying Project launched in September of 2013, and we've been talking to schools all over Central Texas, and it's been unbelievable. There's such a need, especially in this community, for young people to feel empowered. And on a college campus, on an elementary school campus, we've been to middle schools, just trying to uplift young people with an encouraging message, telling them that they're good enough and telling them the effects of bullying and why they shouldn't listen to bullies. So that's what this project has been about, trying to bring some fun to the young people.
Well, you made some very good points, and I think it began by you telling them a personal experience.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I used to be a bully when I was their age, so it's great to be out here in South Waco talking to these young people, because when I was their age, I was a bully. I was one of the meanest little girls that I knew, and I'm so thankful that I grew out of it, and now I get to come and tell these young people, hey, bullying is not, it's not a good thing. Everything that I did came back to me. It all backfired. And that's how I love starting my presentation off with that story, because it's such a personal story, and I feel like the young people can relate to it.
Well, and relate they did, because they really listened to you. In fact, I think I've never been in a school cafeteria this full and have it be this quiet, because yeah, there was a point where you could have heard a pin drop. It was that quiet.
Thank you so much.
So good job to you, and you made some very good points, and I think you even made them laugh at one point by comparing another famous bully by showing a picture of another famous bully.
Yes. Squidward from SpongeBob. SpongeBob is my favorite show, but we all know Squidward has problems, and he's really mean to SpongeBob sometimes. And there's such a young group of kids that I feel like they could easily relate to SpongeBob, somebody we watch every day on television. So
made a very good point.
Thank you.
So, so tell us, how often do you do these presentations, and how do you fit it into your life as a normal college student?
Well, as a student at UTSA, I'm a full-time student there. I go to school Tuesday, Thursdays during each semester, and fitting the Smile Movement in is just like breathing. I mean, I don't feel like I'm living if I'm not doing something with the Smile Movement. So we try to do a presentation on a Monday or a Friday of each week. Last semester was really busy for us, but it all worked out. Since I only have classes twice a week, it gives me, 5 other days to do things with Smile, so.
Wow, well, that's great. Now, if somebody wants to get in touch with the Smile Movement and contact you for a presentation, how do they go about doing that?
We have a website, smilemovement.org, www.smilemovement.org. And SMILE is spelled with 2 I's, not 1. So it's students making impacts in lives everywhere. And our website is a great way to contact us. We're also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at Smile Movement. And the biggest thing to remember is that SMILE has 2 eyes.
SMILE has 2 eyes.
Yes.
That's great to know. I didn't know that. Well, Alexis Harris, is there anything else that you want to say to students about bullying?
As far as bullying is concerned, I just want everyone to know that it does pass. And if you're being bullied right now, it will get better. This is not where your story ends. I used to get bullied. I used to be the bully. So I've been on both ends of the spectrum, and it gets better. It gets better.
Very good message indeed. Thank you for being here today and sharing your wonderful message with us. Alexis Harris with the Smile Movement from the campus of South Waco Elementary School, where there are learners today and leaders tomorrow.